I have grown so fond of being here just by myself. Loans from life has made me learn how to be able to cope without anyone but my family with me. No, it's really tiring. I would like to reach out but stop because my guts fail me. And what I have is my writing, to pour out my writing and my feelings, my music to console me. And everyone just left, having only God to look up to, having my feelings to pour in my writing and my music to console me. But I believe it's a trial time and it's to pass soon. My name is Lisa. I'm 19 years old. I'm from Ekiti State. I noticed something was wrong with me when I was 8 years because that day I was coming back from school and I entered the street and all the little kids there just ran away, and the ones that could not run started crying. So I was looking at myself and thinking that what was wrong with me. So I got home, I told my dad, and he said that I was going to go for my surgery very soon. My mom told me that I weighed 4.5 kg when I was born. So I was a big baby and I grew up, and when I was 1, 2, my leg was not like this. So my weight overpowered my leg and make it bend. So people were saying once she's growing, the leg will grow, the leg will be straight and all. So that's why they didn't even just take a step to just do for me to have my surgery. And when I was 8, that was when I noticed that something was wrong with me. Because every morning when I wake up, I feel pains. And I find it really hard to walk. My mom will have to carry me to school. So, because maybe after like 4 to 5 hours, the pain will disappear and I'll continue my day. In SS1, when I was in SS1, there was a particular day, the government teacher came into the class and she had little misunderstanding with my mom, and she came into the class and said she wanted to teach us rule of law that day. So she came into the class and said, the law is not above anyone, the blind, the deaf, even those that have bow legs. And she repeated it again, looking at me, and everybody in the class was staring at me, and I was about crying, but I had to hold myself because I can't cry in the class. So I had to. That evening was not good for me. I did not tell my mom or my dad. No, I kept it to myself. Fast forward to when I was in SS3, I told my mom I was not going to school again. Because I was just like, I can't continue, that I want to stay at home. And she was like, this is your exam class, that you have to, at least you write your work and be able to do something with your life. I was not even buying it at all. I just wanted to stay at home and not go out again. 2020, exactly on the 7th of January, I met someone. It's not that I don't know him before. I know him, but it's just that we're not close. So he took a step and collected my number that day. I was not even ready to give it because I know where it's going to end and it was not going to last. But I just had to give it a try because being lonely is not something that is good. No, I just had to give it a try. Just like, okay. So we became friends. So that was during the pandemic. That's 2020. It was during the pandemic. So he normally comes to my house. So I told him about what I was writing because I'm a script writer. I told him that I'm a script writer and this is the stuff I've made. And he was really, really impressed. And he said that I could do something more short. No, I cannot put everything like this online. I was going to set up an Instagram account for me, and that I could not put everything like this. I should just put something small, just short and catchy, that it has a lot of emotions and all, that I'm a good writer, that I should try it. So he gave me that night in the next morning, and all through the night I was thinking that what can I write, because I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm only good in doing is writing something big, script writing, big stories and all, because I cannot write what he was asking me to write. So I sent a message the next day and saying I cannot write it. So, but he did not reply. Maybe he did not see it. So in the afternoon of that day, I was just listening to music and I got an inspiration, and that was how I started writing. When I sent it to him, he was impressed and he just changed few things on the picture. That was how I started writing. That's poetry. So he normally come to my house. He came about nighttime, yeah. Came night, and when he stopped, it was around June. I didn't know what happened. He just stopped coming to my house. Sometimes if we even chat up, it's the chat is shaking and it's not like the way you normally chat up before. I'm like, there is nothing I can do. It's his decision, it's his own choice. So it happened like that, and I stopped preaching out because I don't want to be further embarrassed. I just keep to myself and all. So around November, I saw him again, and he did not say anything about us chatting. He did not say anything about us talking together and all. So I decided that there was no need for me pressing it further. That them just leave him alone and just stay on my own. It was better like that instead for me to be just getting heartbroken and hurt all the time. So I just stay on my own. Then this January, I sent a Happy New Year message to him. He just said it. He just replied casually, and I knew something was wrong. And I knew that what has happened before has happened again. And I was alone. Only the one that was working in the school, that is just two of us that were friends then. So sometimes he chats me up and I reply. Sometimes he visits me because it's not here, he's in school. So we became best friends actually. We became good friends. So he came home. So anytime he come home like that, he'll come and visit me. Sometimes he'll come like 2-3 before he go back to school. So it's stayed like that till up until this year January, because I had to remove my WhatsApp from my phone because I don't want any. I became very, very depressed. That's October, November, December. Those 3 months was not good for me at all. So I became very depressed, and I had to just remove WhatsApp from my phone because I don't want to have anything to do with anybody since everybody is just the same. So I had to remove WhatsApp from my phone, and he called January and said he has chatted me up and I was not replying. And I was explaining that I'm not one on WhatsApp, that he will have called me or just chatted me up on Facebook. And he was like, okay, and he just cut the call. And I knew that I've lost another friend again, and it was really, 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 really sad for me. I was really, really sad, and I was really, really sad, and I knew that there was no need making any friends because it always leads to disappointment. I met someone else again. It was online, and we became friends. We started chatting, and my birthday was coming up, and I told him. He said he was going to send some money for me and to do my birthday, and so I started feeling guilty because I know people that are seeing me doesn't want to be my friend. So what about someone that is online and he doesn't know the kind of condition I am? If I collect this money, what if he find out later the kind of condition I am? So I was really guilty. I had to just summon up courage and tell him, and he was like, there's no problem about it. You're okay. You're beautiful just the way you are. And that was the last day. That was the last day that our chat was normal. And then I called, he was like, he's busy. I'm busy at work and stuff like that. So on my birthday, he just sent a casual message, and I just knew that that was the last day he was going to call me. So I write and post on Instagram, and I have a TikTok account actually. So when I write, and I decided that okay, let me put my picture on the WhatsApp Instagram profile, and I was so insecure in putting it because it looks as if the condition is written on my face, and putting it there, my picture there, is like I was so scared and insecure of putting my picture there. So I had to like sum up courage and just like put it that nobody will see me. So that's why I put my picture there, and I started writing. My writing has been like an escape. I get to pour out all my feelings. and it's what I can just say, stuff I can say, I just put everything down. You know, anytime I write, I feel more light. I feel like the burden is not in my heart anymore. I feel okay. Understand? Anytime I write, or anytime I'm sad, that's when I write most of the time. And I try like to just write something aside from the sad lines, just write happy lines, but it's not coming into my head. And what just keep coming to my head is what I'm going through and how I'm feeling, exactly the way I'm feeling. I can't write aside from what I'm feeling. You know, when I had friends, when I had the one that taught me this stuff, and when I had the other one, you know, even though they're just two, I was okay. I was okay with it, and I write stuff that makes me smile, that is okay, that is happy lines, you know. But immediately they left, and I was alone. I did not have anybody except my sisters and my parents. I don't even come outside for my house. Once I come back from school when I come back from school on Friday, I don't come outside till Monday because I don't even go to church. Because I became so insecure that if I go to church, I sit from morning till when we close, and I was like, I cannot do it anymore. I'm not going anywhere. My big mom was like, come to church, you have to come to church. I was like, I can't come to church. There's a particular day I went to church, and they went to come and call bike for me. And I was about climbing the bike, and the man saw the way I was walking, and he sped off. He left, and my mom asked me that what was wrong, that why did the man go? I said the price that he was calling is too much, because I don't want her to be sad, you understand? I don't want her to know it was because of my condition the man had to leave, you understand? So I stopped going to church. So literally I stay at home I'm always home. Once I come back on Friday till Monday, I don't go anywhere. So it starts writing. Once I'm writing, I'm okay. Once I'm writing, at least the burden will be a bit lesser. Because of everything that is happening, I have really low self-esteem, and I really think that something is wrong with me. You know, maybe if I'm okay, maybe if I'm fine and I have the surgery and I'm able to walk straight, maybe people will like me then. Maybe that's when I'm going to feel acceptable. If there's anything that I want more right now, it will be for me to go for my surgery. That way, at least people will be able to accept me for who I am. You know, if I've done my surgery and I'm okay, I'll want to first go to school. I would love to be an actress, a producer, and possibly a model. You know, I've had different brands come to me, you know, in my email, because they see my write-up and they love it, and they come to me and like want me to influence their brand. But being the kind of person that I am, I don't like telling lies, you know. Maybe they think that I'm normal, and once they find I'm not, and I don't want to just deceive anybody. I just want to be plain, and I know that no one wants to accept me like this. So I'll just like turn everything down. I've had like almost like 9 brands, even one recently. I came up with these lines, and let me just read it out. No, it goes like, I have grown so fond of being here just by myself. Blows from life has made me learn how to be able to cope without anyone but my family with me. No, it's really tiring. I would like to reach out, but stop, because my gods fail me, and what I have is my writing, to pour out my writing and my feelings, my music to console me. And everyone just left, having only God to look up to, having my feelings to pour in my writing, and my music to console me. But I believe it's a trial time and it will pass soon. And that's the lines that I recently wrote for myself. My name is Lisa Amos, and this is my story.